Good morning and welcome to another short devotional for Black Rock Baptist Church and also Morristown Baptist Church. Today we're focusing upon Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31 and 32. And again, we're going to be focusing and talking a little bit about forgiving others. You know, too many of us don't really understand what forgiveness is. I'm convinced that if more people knew what real forgiveness looked like, they'd be much more willing to forgive instead of holding on to past hurts at an unhealthy level. The Bible clearly gives us, or clearly calls us, to forgive others. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1 says, "Brothers and sisters, if someone is caught in a sin, you who live by the Spirit should restore that person gently." So if God expects us to forgive others, what does healthy biblical forgiveness look like? Here's a four-part process that we could walk through as we're dealing with pain that's brought upon us by others. First, recognize that nobody is perfect. When we hate somebody, we tend to lose our perspective about that person. When we're filled with resentment and bitterness and hurt, we tend to dehumanize the offender. But we're all in the same boat. The Bible says not a single person on earth is always good and never sins. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 20. We're all imperfect. Next, as we recognize that no one is perfect, we need to relinquish our right to get even. This is the heart of forgiveness. The Bible says, "Never avenge yourselves, leave that to God. For he has said he will repay those who deserve it." Romans 12:19. You may feel like you have a right to retaliate, but you must commit to not doing that. It may seem fair, or it might not seem fair, but it's healthy. And this isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily decision that may even require moment-by-moment decisions to forgive. Recognize no one's perfect. Relinquish your right to get even. Thirdly, respond to evil with good. It's nearly impossible to do this without God's help, let me tell you. You'll need the love of Jesus to fill you up. Why? Because according to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, God's love doesn't keep track of wrongs. Neither should ours. And then finally, refocus on God's plan for your life. You stop focusing on the hurt and the person who hurt you. Instead, you focus on God's purpose for your life, which is greater than any problem, greater than any pain you might be currently facing. As long as you continue to focus on the person who hurt you, that person controls you. In fact, if you don't release your offender, you will begin to resemble your offender. You'll become just like them. Don't spend another day in your resentment. If you've been holding on to pain caused by somebody else, go through those 4 steps and move on with the rest of your life that you were created to live. God bless. Have a wonderful day, and until we meet again, let's continue to exchange prayers daily.